So just quickly on the BFC is critical, that how's your balance sheet, how you doing, are you making money, how much of money, most importantly the kind of money that we were making, how you say return on asset target. We said that in the next 4 years this is where we want to be. Customers where the propensity of default or where the chances of default times have to be much lesser and the service levels have to be much quicker, and where this combined with the digital architecture ensures that when we are without having to add too many people. The fourth and that, okay, this is what our plans are, this is what we do, this amongst that for this launch or for this product, why did we take customers? So the answer is that the mix of customers in the market, you clearly see, I explained stable market, we see the kind of growth that is happening in the market, and this market is extremely critical. We are at about 5 to 6%. We want to grow this market share of our overall businesses. And going back to why we picked up home loan, we said, okay, home loan is a category where everybody to the customer is only talking about rate of interest. Nobody is going beyond rate of interest. Nobody is saying, okay, we agree that rate of interest is extremely critical, but what beyond rate of interest? So between 5 or 6 financial institutions, let's say if you have to go and take a home loan, is there any difference, or the only differentiator is what is the rate of interest that they charge? So while we accept that rate of interest is extremely critical, what after rate of interest? And that's when how much of convenient and how easily can I get? It's a simple, let's say I'm a salaried customer, you know my customers, they have an RM. So there is no such offering in the market. Of construction is this, can I get the balance payment? So it is relationship manager came in. So with all home decor plus digitized process plus relationship manager, about 75% of that or 80% of that in my, somebody or the other has whatever the LTV is on the home loan. This is a separate consumer loan, and hence it is not part of home loan, and hence it's nothing to do with the overall LTV that is applicable. So this will be over and above the home loan, and this is very important. The second is that again the maximum funding is to the amount of the value I can give on the home loan, let's say 75% or 80%. Here this is either 15% or 75 lakhs, whichever is lesser. Third, in the market there are certain consumer loans which are given, which are, let's say, unsecured, but their tenor is about 5 to 7 years, and hence the eligibility or the convenience from a customer's point is limited. In our case, the customer can choose a tenor from 1 year to up to 10 years, making it very, very affordable for a middle class, salaried, professional customer. Fourth point, and very important, for all the requirements in the market right now, the main property is pledged or mortgaged. While in this case, there is no separate collateral required because this is not part of the home loan. And finally, the top up and the home loan continue together. So one is closed, the other has to be closed. In this, the most critical thing is that both of them function separately. Customer can decide to do whatever with his home loan, decide to prepay, decide to close, or decide to close the home decor. They are both not integrated, and while they are on the same customer, they can continue separately. So we feel that with this, there's a huge opportunity in the market. Now I would like to invite Kavita Jagtyani, who's our Chief Marketing Officer.
It's a very important market for us, and that's why for you, a very new work that we've done.
देखो जीवन खाली रे, देखो ऊपर खाली, नीचे खाली 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 रे।
होम लोन के बाद डेकोर के लिए पैसे नहीं बचे, इसीलिए L&T फाइनेंस कंप्लीट होम लोन के साथ मिले होम डेकोर लोन भी, जो आपके नए घर को बनाए कंप्लीट। L&T फाइनेंस कंप्लीट होम लोन, कम नहीं कंप्लीट।
So you can
बीवी को कॉल कर। शॉपिंग पे गई होगी तो पापा को लगा, दोपहर है ना, सो रहे होंगे। बॉस को लगा, वो तो काम खेलने गया होगा। कोई तो होगा जो तेरा फोन उठाए। एक है, कौन? डेडिकेटेड रिलेशनशिप मैनेजर।
जब आप L&T फाइनेंस कंप्लीट होम लोन लेते हैं, आपको मिलेगा एक डेडिकेटेड रिलेशनशिप मैनेजर जो हमेशा आप ही के लिए अवेलेबल होगा। L&T फाइनेंस कंप्लीट होम लोन, कम नहीं कंप्लीट।
or market too. So whether it's on, you will see each of these campaign visuals, home loans come nahi complete, as well as through squeeze ups that you would have seen during, we have the election news, And this is what our audience.
Retail book that we have is about 80,000 crore and another 5,000 crore is a wholesale book. So overall book that L&T Finance has is 85,000 crore.
Out of that, how much is from
18,500 crore. Loan as well as loan against property, which is clubbed together. 75% is pure home loans, which is for buying home loans, and the balance 25% is loan against property, which again is loan against residential property only. Very good question. मैं English में ही answer करता हूँ because that's a language that everybody is comfortable with, right? So essentially, the home loan interior decor finance is introduced to promote the home loan or make it convenient for a customer who's taking home loan from us. That is the essence of why the interior decoration is done. So that customer has to have a loan with us. So if he has loan somewhere else, he can move the loan to us. And the moment his property is complete, then we will give him the interior decor finance. So the interest, because this is not a collateralized loan, the interest rate will be a little higher. It's roughly between 10.75 to 11%.
This loan for portfolio now, where do you see this going this year or next year? I mean, any specific target?
So we are not carrying a specific. You're talking specifically about home loan, right, sir? Overall. So overall, our growth as L&T Finance has been about, I shared with you about between 25 to 30%. This is across country everywhere. Now we don't put specific figures for every state, but you see that the way Telangana, our share is a little lesser. So obviously we will grow much faster, but you can assume that it will be 25 to 30% is the minimum that will happen, because that's the that's what we have set our target for the next few years. Purely for a home loan is about 55 to 60 lakhs, and for loan against property is about 70. So both combined on the portfolio will be about 65 lakhs. Average ticket. It depends upon the ticket size of the home loan, because it is 15% of the home loan. So let's take the property is 60 lakhs and the home loan has been taken for 50 lakhs. It will be 15% of the home loan, which is 7.5 lakhs if the home loan is for 50 lakhs. And it can go up to 75 lakhs. So let's say there's the maximum, in which case will be a 5 crore home loan. 15% of that will be 75 lakhs. But it is whichever is lower. So it will never cross 15% of the home loan amount. So I don't have exact only for home loan, or no, this is only Telangana. You want only home loan or L&T Finance level? Yeah, for L&T Finance or for home loan? I don't have, so for L&T Finance, I do not have the exact figures. But for home loan specifically, you saw this is about 6%. We are essentially present in Vijayawada and Vizag. Those two markets, we have a rough about 1%, but I'll tell you the exact figure and the portfolio. But roughly about 1% in those two markets. So we do not publish separate figures for every business. But I shared with you that the delinquency is much lower, much below 1%, the credit cost. But we don't share exact, and we're not allowed to share. So that's because we are a listed company. As and when we decide to share it across, we will share it.
So what do you see for the Hyderabad market coming 4 to 5 years?
So I think Hyderabad, the interesting thing that has happened in the Hyderabad market is that Hyderabad market has become it's grown very well, and it's become very stable. It's an end user market that we have realized. Most of it is through the builders. Initially it was mainly salaried, but now there's a decent mix between salaried, self-employed and professional. We continue, I don't know about from a 3 to 5 year, very tough to say, but the discussions that we have had with builders, the market is growing at about a little higher than what the all India figures are. So it grows about 5-6% more than what the rest of the India grows. At least the next 1 year figure, the builders say that they will be around that figure or maybe a little less, but around that figure. So the real estate in Hyderabad will continue to grow a little faster than rest of the country. And the inventory overhang continues to be very low. So that's a very positive thing in Hyderabad. And that we are getting a confidence from the builders that the inventory overhang will continue to be low.
What is your take on and what is your current interest rate for the home loans?
So our current interest rates on home loans for salaried customers starts at 8.65% for a specific bureau. And your second question, sir?
So what is your take on interest rates? In coming days, what interest rate will reduce and?
So it's a very tough question. And
so what is your take? What is your expectations as a NBFC? What is your expectations on interest rates?
So I think the way we plan is that irrespective of the interest rates, the way we plan is that, okay, as compared to the market, will we be competitive or not? Because we do not have any control on what the interest rates in the market is. But what we can control is that how competitive we are. So let's say if the range is, let's say, goes from 8.3 to 9.3, right now we have pegged ourselves at 8.65, which is very competitive. Now, whether the interest rates go down, we will obviously continue to be competitive. If the interest rates go up, we will continue to be competitive. But we will be on the competitive side on the home loan side, and this is a very critical portfolio. However, specific to interest rate forecast, there is nothing that I can.
Are you focusing on rural markets also other than this Hyderabad city, and you are going to district headquarters or like that?
So we are going to multiple cities, however, not for home loan. We don't do home loan in rural markets, and our ticket size is minimum 30 lakhs. But for rest of the products, we cover almost the entire state. We crisscross the entire state. Whether it is farm or two-wheelers, we crisscross the entire state. And we are present in every nook and corner in Telangana.
Only you are offering only in Hyderabad? Home loans you are offering only in Hyderabad?
In Telangana, yes.
Are you going to Karimnagar, Warangal?
I think Warangal, yeah, no, those markets we cover. So markets which are, let's say, so Shriram, just help me. Warangal we cover. And any other market that we cover from?
We started Warangal, we are exploring Karimnagar.
Okay. Karimnagar we are exploring.
And in Andhra Pradesh, Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam only?
Yeah, Vijayawada, Vizag, we are there.
Okay.
Right, as of now.
You are
so
going to...
we feel very strongly that in these markets, while there are two strategies we can adopt, that we can cover everything, and the second is that satisfy the needs in these markets which are yet to be covered. So between the two, the strategy that we have taken is that we will operate, now we are in about 47 locations pan-India, which is significant. We will try and address the needs in the markets that we are present in first and create a right to win for the customer and for us, rather than covering more markets.
Are you offering electrical vehicle loans also?
Yes, sir. We are very strong in the EV segment, and on the two-wheeler side, we are amongst the market leaders in two-wheelers, and on the EV, we are preferred partners with all the large OEM players and even specific Ather and Ola, which are dedicated EV players. We are preferential partners with them.
For cars?
We don't do four-wheelers.
Four-wheelers, okay. Any commercial vehicles?
We don't do commercial vehicles. We do, so the products on the rural side, we do microloans and rural lab, which we have recently introduced, and farm and agri ancillaries that we have recently introduced. Farm is essentially tractors. And on the urban side, we do two-wheeler, mortgages, personal loans, and SME finance. Sir, it's a floating rate. So today in the market, almost everybody is working on a floating rate because for the customer, it is a very transparent mechanism. On the at a firm level, the NIMs are between 10 to 11%, close to 11%, but we can share the exact figures with you. At a portfolio, at a retail book of 80,000 crore. I'm talking about NIMs. Yeah. So our NIMs are close to about 10%. This is not on home loan. This is at an overall portfolio. But we will tell you the exact, Nilashri, after this you can share. As of 31st March, we can tell you exact breakup of the entire ROA tree, cost, OPEX, everything.
Q4 FY24.
Q4 FY20. And if you remove the other fees,
7,544 crores.
yeah. So last year you saw that we have grown home loan or mortgages by about 60%. Now we don't take exact targets, or we don't share exact targets, because we're not allowed, since we are a listed firm. We can't give forward-looking statements. But at a firm level, you have seen that we have said that 25 to 30% is our growth every year, and we will retain that. Now, considering where we are on home loan, we will obviously do more than that. And last year when the firm did 30, home loan did 60. So we will do more than that 25 to 30, but we can't give an exact statement on what the target we are taking. So overall, I explained to you that the home loan. So I explained to you that overall the home loan business that we have grown is because the last 2 years how we have grown, that gives us the confidence that this proposition now can be launched in home loan. So I shared with you the figures. From 2,500 crore disbursement, we have moved to 7,500 crore disbursement, and that gave us that's the reason why we chose home loan, that we think that we are now stably placed, and that's why we launched it pan-India, including in Telangana. So I can't comment on that. That's outside the scope of my presentation.
Okay, so
You can ask me specific questions to the presentation.
yes.
So that will be more helpful. It will be easier to answer. So you can ask me about the interior decor finance, what customers will be covered, what is the tenor. I can talk about those.
अभी briefly बोलिए sir. Question answer.
So the interior decor finance that we have launched, other than that, so the entire complete home loan that we have launched has got three features, like what Kavita also that were bought about clearly in the TVCs. One is the interior home decor finance. The second is the digitized process, and third is the dedicated RM. And you saw through the TVCs and everything how the proposition to the customer we are trying to bring about. Within this, one of the key is the interior decor finance, which is where the customer gets for the decor finance, once the house is complete, about 15% of up to 15% of the home loan for a tenor up to 10 years. And that takes care of the interior decor. So he has to give basic requirement of a contractor certificate or an architectural certificate, basis which we will give this consumer loan in his account. So this product came from them only. So other than the customers, we went to the builders before finalizing this product, and we shared this proposition with all the key builders. And we spent at least 2 to 3 days, each one of us in the market, talking to the builders with their sales teams, understanding. And the final product that you see has come out from post feedback from them as well. That has been incorporated, and we are working with all the large builders in Hyderabad on the home loan piece. So we do not disclose, we do not share in our either the analyst or the balance sheet separate income from each of the home lines. And because you understand we are a listed entity, we are not allowed to make statements other than what we do in our analyst or in our balance sheet presentation. Yeah. Sir, I have already explained to you that we are growing at about 25 to 30%. We want to at a firm level, and we will want to continue to grow at least at that level. There will be some businesses which will grow faster, some businesses will grow at a different pace. But overall, we want to continue to grow at about 25 to 30%, which is the current growth rate. So we are not, so we would want to, like I said, we would want to stick to a 25 to 30% growth that we have taken at a firm level. Warangal, we are already present. So Hyderabad and Warangal, we are already present. And the product will be available across all the cities where we are present. So it will be available in Warangal as well.